Hi, my name is Kim Goldsmith and I'm from Australia, but I currently live in Ningbo, China. At first, the topic confused me because I didn't know the myth or didn't really understand the terms. But it was only until we discussed the topic as a group here at the symposium that I started to think about the idea of time and how this particular topic is quite important for me now, because I've been in China for 2 years, and during this time I've noticed that the landscape has been destroyed and that things are being constantly built, and there's this idea that the past is being erased to make way for the future. And I also feel that my identity is being kind of deconstructed and reconstructed. So this series that I'm working on is called the Reconstruction Series, and it deals with a few different topics that I think link to time. So first, the context of China and the idea of them moving towards modernism, wanting to be a modern and changing their identity as a people. But then the external changes of the landscape and all these construction sites, which you can see in my photographs of parts of construction sites in Ningbo, China. And then there's also the personal aspect, which is that I am trying to reconstruct my own identity as an Australian who's living in China and not sure where the future will be. So there's empty space in my work, which is the potential space for the future, for me, for China, for the world. But then there's also these symbols of movement and construction towards the future. So that's how I responded to the topic of Chronos and Kairos.
Kim, that's wonderful. It actually shows you have thought quite a bit about the topic.
Yeah.
At least for the duration of the symposium.
Yes.
And so what about all this wonderful work? Do you expect to sell it?
Okay, it's an interesting question. I think for me it's not something that I really focus on, the idea of selling work. Maybe for the symposium I want to sell the work for the EuropeanArtists e.V, but for me I would hope to sell the work, but there's no guarantees with art, so I think that hopefully, but I'm not sure what will happen.
Okay.